This is the instruction video on how to use the tubes and straws. There is a document at the back end of the website as well, but this is just talking you through it. So you've got your tube. I'm doing the tube first. You've got your tube and you need a bottle. I think a 2 litre milk bottle, pretty good. Something that holds quite a bit of water, but that you can get to the tube to the bottom of, and you're able to have a nice alignment of your neck, and you're able to get water in without splashing yourself. So I've got about that much water. I just did this video and drowned myself, so I'm hoping I don't drown myself again. So put a bit of water in the bottom of the bottle, blow through the tube to make bubbles in the water. Make sure you're not pushing the tube to the bottom of the bottle, because that's not necessarily makes it harder. Check you're not having air leaking out of your nose. This is where I drowned myself, so be warned. That's a relief. And now number 3, hum at the same time. And you'll see my face is quite tense. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to try and make sure that I have got wobbly cheeks. So we're looking for, they call it fluttering, which makes it sound a bit posher. Can you see it? I hope I haven't just got the piano wet. Can you see my fluttery cheeks? Sounds all exotic, fluttery. I can't really see it, but they are. It's very weird that you can't see it. Well, I can't see it, but they are. I can feel it very clearly. I can feel them going like that. And then you start by singing a simple note, and then join it to another note. And if I've done any recordings of patterns for you, like whatever the patterns are, do these exercises along with it. Now, as number 7 says, extend your patterns to go as high as you can go and as low as you can go. Spend some time over the bumpy bits. So I'll do a demo of going in high as low. Oh, there's a big bumpy bit there. Oh. Don't fear the bumpy bits. I went, oh, I didn't like that. There was a big gap. I'll avoid it, but that doesn't work. So avoiding it won't help. So go through from a middly place up to the top. Hopefully you can see my cheeks wobbling at some point. I'm going to do this a little quicker and not carry on, but I would spend more time on that. And then going as low as you can. And always keep checking in with your posture. Ooh. And then spend some time over your gear change areas, where you get your gaps. Focus on the airflow. Focus on the bubbles. Don't focus on sounding beautiful. You can't sound beautiful. You're humming through a tube into water. If you don't like anything that's quite as serious and as intense, or you feel like doing something different, you could pick a tune and do it either do something that goes high and low, or maybe pick a section and do it high and do it low. So what's in my head right now? I really like playing Guess the Song. You'll know this if you've done this with me in lessons. And if I do that higher, and one thing I would say is look for spreading tension. Check that you haven't got tension spreading through your body. Check that your knees are loose. Check that your back is long but not straight, because it's not meant to be. Check that your Head is in a nice aligned position. Check that everything feels loose. If you need to stop the bubbling, and do that in the middle. So really do keep an eye on it because it's quite effortful, that. The tube is really effortful. And now we're talking about effortful. I'm going to show you the tiny straws. So with the tiny straw, if there's a tiny, tiny straw, and if you look at this next to this straw, you will see I have a lot of ink on my fingers. That one's quite a lot bigger, so the tiny straw is quite a lot smaller than the big straw. And I'm going to go straight to the tiny straw. I compare this to running with weights on. So I compare the tube to giving your voice a big cuddle, lovely calming cuddle, although it is still hard work, and the little tiny straw as running with weights on. The slightly less tiny straw is if you struggle with the tiny straw. If the tiny straw is too much, don't do it. Go to the bigger one. Shall we dish? You're doing exactly the same thing as before, but it's a different sensation, a very different sensation. I'll be telling you which one to use when I'm sending them all to you, just so you've got them all. So this, to check you're getting it right, again, you don't need to pinch your nose, you can just put your finger on the end of the straw. And the sound should stop. And if you send too much air, this is not going to work. Good. Okay, that is your straw instructional video. I hope it's useful. Not the best look for me, not the best look for anybody, but I did this now because I thought if I put it off, I'm never going to feel ready. My hair won't be right, and I suspect that's what lots of people do about the singing. So you just doing it.